Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Devon. Alright, man, before we get into this video, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, you can hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get up into it. Alright, man, so, okay, now I already know, because I put a post up a long time ago. I put a poll up, as a matter of fact, and I asked y'all if y'all wanted to see MUT content on the channel, and a lot of y'all said, hell no. So I said, okay, cool. You don't have to worry about that. Now, this right here is MUT related. It's not full gameplay. It's just little bits and pieces, little highlights and stuff. You know, I got it cut up in the background, so you'll see it as I talk about it. So keep in mind, this is no money spent. You don't have to spend money on MUT, okay? No money spent is probably the worst thing you could probably ever do in MUT, because you don't really get to have fun until the tail end of the year. But that's beside the point. Mind you, you don't need to spend money. Don't spend money on MUT, because you don't have to. This was grueling, and I did it, all right? So, I just hit my mic. But this guy who I played here, he was probably one of the cheesiest guys I ever played. Now, let me give you a quick disclaimer. I am never the one to ever talk trash to anybody. I am very humble when it comes, especially when it comes to Madden. When it comes to Madden, you will constantly get hit with either bailout, or people will hit you over the top with some of the stupidest animations. You know, the game is not on a level playing field. Everybody knows that, right? So with this guy here, he had, I don't think it wasn't Vincent Wilfork, because I'm not looking at it right now, but I think it had to been Will Perry, if I'm not mistaken. Whoever he is, he got him at running back, right? I think it's Will Perry in the back. He got Will Perry back here, and I gotta tell you, man, this guy was just the cheesiest. If it's not Will Perry, then you know who I'm talking about. Insert correct name here. But he was just really cheesing with his running back, man. He was really cheesing with his running back. And it was like, you know, it was one of those things where it was like he could just, you know, keep trucking his way to get to a first down, and nobody could take him down. And of course, you know, you got to have that ability on that makes it to where you're guaranteed a tackle, whether it's a hit stick or not, enforcer, or you got secure tackler. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's so stupid, because that's just a waste of an ability when you should already be having that ability to do that, with your tackle rating being at least a 99. You know what I mean? Which is a lot of people are. But you know, he was just so cheesy. So I had to get on offense, do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I had to chew clock on him. I had to do a lot of like stuff to make it to where he had to, you know, he had to play defense, which his defense wasn't that good, because I was still able to go score, you know what I mean, at times, and I was still able to get the completions off. But it got to a point where, you know, all I did was just run the clock down, run small, little, cheap, efficient plays. You know what I mean? Because I already saw what the kind of game was going to be. Like I said, offense-wise, I already saw what he was on. So after I finally get a grip and I figure out what he's doing, and I start slowing him down, and I get ahead, and matter of fact, I didn't get ahead. I'm sorry. I tied it up. So I got to, I think the last possession, I had the ball. And like I said, I'm not looking at the screen, but I had the ball last possession, and I took my time getting down the field. And one of the plays that I ran, it was one of those plays where he had to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? On some Debo type shit. Like, he had to make a decision. So I took two tight ends on either side, and I both put them on the in route, one going in the opposite direction than the other. So when they were going across, it was like he had to choose. So as I did that, he was completely confused. So I did that. That was the completion I needed or whatever. So I just ran the time down. He had already chewed up a lot of his timeouts. So I get on the mic and I tell him, I'm like, yo, not gonna lie to you, bro. I had to put that cheesy shit you was running to bed, man. And he got on the mic, right? And you see I was getting ready to kick the field goal, and he starts doing the whole, you know, running into my line thing, because, you know, the game is pretty much over with. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if you would have beat me with that, you'd have been talking all kinds of shit. If I got on the mic saying you ain't this, you ain't that, you would have said, oh, you just mad, you couldn't beat me, you trash, blah, 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 you need a better team, yada, yada, yada. I know how it goes. So the guy got back on, he was like, oh, I ain't really tripping on that. I ain't tripping on the game. You got one of the running backs in the game, but you really trash with him. You know what I mean? So he just kept, you know, grieving, and eventually they kicked him out. But you know, it's crazy to me how you play smart football like this, right? And it's never really it's never really appreciated in Madden. You know what I mean? Everything is guns blazing, score, 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 score. You know what I mean? Like it's so annoying. But the simple fact that this guy who I played against, all he did was just cheese all day long. It was just baffling to me. You know what I mean? But the fact that I had to outsmart him, and then the simple fact that he went out that way and decided to say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and quit. Nah, matter of fact, he didn't even quit the game. Like I said, he just grieved. That's all he did. He took his man, ran him into the line, and then, you know, that was about it. I sent a message in. I asked him, I was like, yo, why you go out like that? Because I told him, I was like, you're gonna look less honorable if you decide to go out that way versus just let me kick the field goal and let the game be over with. Because I can rub it in and just go for a touchdown. Because obviously defense wasn't his strong suit, because I was still getting my plays off. But this guy, like I said, he was just super cheesy, and it was one of those things where it's like he runs that because he's known to beat people with that. But then when he finds somebody that will actually see past that and still get theirs off, and then have to kind of, you know, put they, for lack of a better term or phrase, put their thinking caps on, you know what I mean? If they do that and they beat him that way, he can't respect that, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. But like I said, I'm never the one to talk trash in these videos about anybody who I play. But I just really thought that this was kind of interesting, because not only did I beat him by outsmarting him, but he himself couldn't respect it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But like I said, man, I don't really like putting MUT content up here, other than the fact that I might rage or I might just talk about it. But other than that, like I said, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate a lot of what y'all been showing on the videos, man. I most definitely appreciate it, man. I really do. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word spray links, because you know how I do. I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devon, and I'm signing out. Peace.